Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to be hanging out with you today. Think of me as your own personal, highly organized study buddy. If you're tackling your grade 10 geography syllabus right now, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to master Chapter 2, the major physical characteristics of the Earth. We've got a lot of fascinating ground to cover, literally, so grab your notebooks, get a pen handy, and let's structure these study notes together. To kick things off, let's just look at this absolutely massive number, 510 million. Specifically, that's 510 million square kilometers. That is the total surface area of our Earth. So when we talk about studying geography, we're really looking at this incredibly huge dynamic system. It's massive, it's complex, and to actually understand how it all works together, we need to break it down into much more manageable pieces. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The Earth's rocky lithosphere. 2. Continents, islands, and oceans. 3. Mountains, plateaus, and plains. And 4. 3 major climatic types. Jot those headings down because they're the perfect logical framework for your exams. All right, Section 1. The Earth's rocky lithosphere, zooming in from orbit. So imagine you're looking at Earth from space. It looks like this one big, unified blue marble, right? But it's actually made up of 4 beautifully interacting subsystems. Our planet is totally unique in the solar system because it sustains life, thanks to solar energy, air, and water. These are neatly organized into 4 spheres. We've got the atmosphere, which is our air, the hydrosphere representing all our water, the biosphere encompassing all living things, and the lithosphere, our solid Earth. Today, we're really going to focus heavily on that solid foundation. So, the crucial point here is this. The lithosphere is the layer that includes the Earth's crust and the upper mantle. Seriously, make a flashcard out of that exact definition right now. It's the solid, rocky shell of our planet. And why do we care so much? Well, because it's our home. Pretty much all human activities, from building massive cities to farming our food, happen right here on the lithosphere. We use its resources every single day. If we were to just slice the Earth wide open, kind of like an apple, we'd see its internal structure is basically 3 main layers. Step 1 is the crust. That's the thin, brittle outer shell we live on. Step 2 is the mantle, which is this much thicker layer of hot, solid rock right underneath. And step 3 is the core, way down deep at the center, which is actually split into a liquid outer core and a solid inner core. Now let's zoom in on just that very top layer, the crust. Because it's not all the exact same everywhere. The Earth's crust is actually split into 2 primary components. On one hand, we have the continental crust. This one's thicker, a bit less dense, and it forms the land masses we walk around on. On the other hand, we have the oceanic crust, which is thinner, denser, and forms those deep, deep basins that hold all our oceans. This is literally the foundation of our global geography.
Okay, so we know what the foundation is made of, but what actually covers this physical landscape? Like, what sits on top of all this continental and oceanic crust to give our planet its distinct look?
That brings us to Section 2, Continents, Islands, and Oceans, Large-Scale Features.
These are what we call the large-scale physical characteristics. They're the massive, undeniable building blocks of the Earth's surface. When you look at a globe, these are the giant features staring right back at you. The massive continents, the thousands of scattered islands, and the huge, expansive oceans separating them all. This is the very first categorization bucket you need to memorize.
And we definitely can't ignore the sheer scale of the water on that map. The hydrosphere leaves a massive footprint. These major water bodies are broken down into oceans, which are your largest continuous bodies of salt water, seas, which are smaller and usually partially enclosed by land, and inland seas, which are these huge saltwater bodies completely surrounded by landmass. Let's move to and see how this builds. We've got the macro view down, the giant oceans, the massive continents. But land isn't just totally flat and featureless, is it? What gives the continents their texture, their bumps, and their grooves? Section 3. Mountains, plateaus, and plains, medium-scale features. Now, we're zooming in closer to the regional scale, and for your grade 10 syllabus, you've got some heavy lifting to do here. You need to memorize the world's major plateaus. A plateau is basically a large, elevated area of relatively flat land. You absolutely need to know these specific ones: the Mongolian, Tibet, Deccan, Pamir, Arabian, and Iranian plateaus. Go ahead and write those down right now, because knowing this specific list is a major requirement for your exams. And this brilliantly illustrates how these diverse features carve out the continents we just learned about. Plateaus are only part of the picture. We also have towering mountain ranges, vast sweeping plains, weaving rivers, and really deep lakes.
These medium-scale features are basically nature's sculpting tools. They dictate everything from where we build our cities to where farming happens and how human civilizations have evolved.
So here's an active learning question for you. We have this beautifully sculpted lithosphere with all its mountains and plains. But how do the atmosphere, our air, and the hydrosphere, our water, actually interact with these distinct landscapes?
Section 4. 3 major climatic types, overlaying the weather. Now, what's really interesting here is how elegantly we can simplify the world's super complex weather systems. Fair study notes, global climates can be synthesized into 3 main study zones. The tropics, which are hot and humid right near the equator, the temperate zones, which have very distinct, moderate seasons, and the cold zones, hanging out near the poles with freezing temperatures. Synthesizing it like this is basically your golden ticket for understanding global climate distribution at a glance.
Finally, let's tie the whole shebang together by returning to where life actually happens, the biosphere. The biosphere is the total ecological system integrating all plant and animal life. And the most vital thing to grasp here is that it doesn't exist in isolation. Its entire existence, our existence, relies completely on the delicate, constant interaction between the rocky lithosphere, the breathable atmosphere, and the watery hydrosphere.
Which leaves us with this final, really critical thought. Our Earth is this precious, deeply interconnected puzzle. But due to human activities, pollution, and massive wastage, that delicate balance is seriously under threat. You aren't just memorizing facts for a test here. You're learning about your actual home. So how will we ensure the sustainable conservation of this incredible system for the future? Keep that question in the back of your mind as you review your notes today. You have absolutely got all the tools you need to crush this chapter on your exams now. Keep studying hard, stay super curious, and I will catch you in the next Explain.